Hello, everybody, and welcome to Arsen Girl Gaming. My name is Heather, and I'm so glad you're joining me for this very special Sims 4 Cats and Dogs Create a Crazy Cat Lady video. This video is sponsored by EA, and I'd like to thank them for giving me early access to the newest expansion pack and for flying me out to Sims Camp so that I had an opportunity to play with it before the launch. This is my very own copy, and I am now going to create myself as a crazy cat lady, and then I'm going to recreate my 5 animals. So I will be posting photos of the animals in my real life home, and you guys can let me know how close or how far off I do. And then maybe, perhaps, I will even do a let's play of this crazy family. So we'll see. Anyway, let's get started. All right, so I'm going to start a brand new game for this. And it's not going to have any mods in it to start with. And of course, we're going to live in Brindleton Bay. So we'll get to that later. Right now, it is create a sim and create a pet time. All right, so I know that I created myself as a sim a few times before, and I posted a video of that earlier on my channel. I'm going to see how close I can recreate myself again and see if she ends up looking just like my other create a sim. But I'm also going to go through some of the new options that we have from Sims 4 Cats and Dogs, because we've got some cute hairs, we've got some cute clothes, and while I want to make myself a crazy cat lady, I probably wouldn't dress in crazy cat lady clothing, so I am going to keep myself, true to my fashion sense, which there really isn't much of a fashion sense, but, uh, I have somewhat of a fashion sense, and it's not to dress in overly overt cats and dogs related clothing. Though, I might use a little accessory here or there that shows my love for the furry little critters and see what happens. But there's all kinds of new jewelry, new clothing, some that are very, very much cats, dogs, related, animal lover related. Some that are more, just normal clothes that people would wear. So, that's what I'm going to explore here and try to get my body to look somewhat, my Sims body, I guess I should say, to look somewhat like my body. And yeah, why did that put all that makeup on me? I'm not a big makeup wearer when I start doing face cams, and those are probably coming for my streams. You'll see that I almost never have makeup on, and that is by choice. I've never been a girly girl in that sense, so maybe someday I'll pick that up before I die, but at this point, who knows. But I love these outfits. Aren't they just the cutest? I don't actually wear jumpers in real life, but I would totally wear this because it's so cute. And of course, that pink shirt, totally me. So, and then you see what I mean about the little necklaces. That's just a little cat necklace. I have a cat bracelet on there, though. I think you didn't get a really good chance to see that because of me speeding up this Create a Sim video. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. I need to fix this. I am putting on stuff, that I don't actually wear, but would probably wear if given the opportunity. So, and some of the stuff that they gave me to wear out of the gate, like the workout clothes, I'm totally just going to keep because I would wear that. And I want to do something pajama-wise, but surprisingly enough, they didn't really put any cats and dogs themed PJs in there, so I had to kind of come up with something on my own. And aren't these booties really cute? But they don't go with that dress very well. I had the hardest time picking shoes out that I liked with that dress that I would actually wear. And then, of course, here's the bathing suit, because just in case I want to go swimming in Brindleton Bay, I need to be prepared and ready to go. All right, so enough about my sim. Let's get to the good juicy stuff here. Let's get there right about now. I'm going to create my first dog. So this is going to be Charlie. Charlie is a Chow Chow mix. He is a rescue. All of my animals that you're going to see in this video are all rescues. I am a huge rescue fan. I made Charlie starting with the Chow Chow body. He's a Chow Chow mix, so he has a lot of the characteristics of a Chow Chow, but he doesn't actually look like a Chow Chow, and he's not quite as big. Though I wanted to make him Chow Chow in the game just to kind of get him the right characteristics and that big fluffy fur, because he has when you look at him, he doesn't look like he has this big like bundle of fur, and he looks kind of coarse, but when you touch him, he's so soft, and he's got that Chow Chow like under fur. He's got the Chow Chow tongue, the Chow Chow ears, and you can definitely see the Chow Chow in him. I'm not sure what else he's mixed with, so we've just kind of always gone with that. He's just as sweet as they come. Just the sweetest, most playful boy. He's elderly, but I'm going to make him an adult in this, I think, so he doesn't age up too quickly. But he is about, I think we adopted him in 2005, the summer of 2005, and he was a baby. So he was born, I want to say, around Memorial Day, 2005. So what's that make him? 12 years old? So yeah, he's getting up there. Just this last year, we've started to see his hearing is kind of going a little bit. He still plops around like a puppy. He still runs around the house. He's still full of energy, but his muzzle's turning a little gray. His face turning a little gray, and he's kind of, not responding quite as quickly when we call him. So you can tell that age is starting to creep up on him, which makes me sad because he's such a love. But he's been a good boy. So here we go. Finish him up here, and then I'm going to show you a picture of him in real life and a picture of him as I created in The Sims. Tell me what you think. Did I get pretty close? Isn't he cute? Oh, he's just so full of energy. All right, and then this little guy is Monty. He is also a rescue. He is a purebred Cocker Spaniel that we got from a Cocker Spaniel rescue. And if you're thinking about getting animals, I highly, highly, highly recommend reaching out to a rescue organization for the type of animal you're interested in, because they often get them surrendered to them, and they're looking for good homes, and you can give them a good life. This guy came to us in December of 2005. They thought he was 2 or 3 years old, so he's looking at about 15 years now. 15, yeah. Gosh, he's really, really getting on, and we don't expect him to be with us all that much longer, which makes me really sad, because I've always said since we got him that he was like a stuffed animal that somebody like puffed life into and just gave him a personality, because he was the dog that you could just cuddle with, and he would just lay with you, and he was super sweet, not very needy. He was just like the perfect dog, except that he must have been abused before he came to us, because he didn't like men. My husband's the only man that he's ever really liked, though he's getting better. He used to hide when anybody would come to the house. Over the years, I think he's found his safety and forgotten some of that. But in the beginning, it was pretty rough. But we brought him through that, and now he's older, he's got cancer, and we're just doing the best we can to make sure he has a happy, healthy life, what's left of it. So take a look at him here and in real life. Isn't he cute? He's just a love bug. Monty, I love you. All right, now we're going to start with my cats. I have 3 of them. I am a crazy, crazy, crazy cat lady. So this first cat that I'm going to create, his name is Lincoln. He's our eldest cat, and he came to us, I think he was almost 2 years old. And the way we got him was that a friend of my daughter had a brother who had some cats that they couldn't keep after having a baby join the family. And they had taken one back to the Humane Society, and they were going to do the same with Lincoln. And we said, oh, we'll meet him and we'll see, how he works with us, and, maybe we'll take him in. And that was like 4 or 5 years ago. And he came, and that was all she wrote, because he is a personality. Let me tell you, this cat will not let you pick him up. If you come to him, he will not let you pick him up. If you're laying down in bed, though, he will come and hang out with you forever and always. If you're sitting in a chair, he might come to you if he really wants attention. But the best part about him is he plays fetch. Yes. Literally, of all 5 animals, he is the only one that will actively play fetch with us. And he will do it for hours and hours and hours and hours. Seriously, he will not stop playing fetch until we put the ball or the mouse away. And it is so funny. He will literally bring it to you, drop it at your feet, and just wait patiently for you to throw it for him. He doesn't beg. He doesn't do anything. He literally just sits at your feet looking at you for as long as it takes for you to start playing with him. And it cracks me up because he is just as patient as it comes when it goes with that. Oh, wait. I want to interrupt myself because I'm painting his tummy right now. This cat has the furriest, whitest tummy, and it's this long hair, and seriously, for a cat who doesn't want to be cuddled, this cat cries out for cuddling. It's like God made him to be a cuddler, and he just doesn't know it. But he rolls over, stretches out on his back, shows that big tummy to you, all that white hair, and all you want to do is just go and bury your hands in it, because it is just so adorable. Of course, by the time you get to him, he's up and gone. He watches. He knows you're even thinking about it. You could be sitting in a chair across the room. Look at him, and he'll know you're thinking about coming and getting him, and he will just take off and split out of there. He's done. Bye. See you later. But his coat is really hard, and this was a really tough one to create in this game because, as you'll see in his picture, he has lots of colors in his coat. It's mostly gray with some white, or mostly black with some dark gray, some light gray, and some white. And it was just really hard to get it. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get it to really look like him. And I think I did a fairly good job mimicking his look. And I did have a little bit of trouble getting the feet all white because he has these really huge, cute feet. But you can see his little mustache here. That's really his mustache. It is so cute. And it's one of my favorite features about him because he is just, I'm just telling you, this cat is he just makes me happy. I'm a crazy cat lady if you guys haven't figured this out yet. I love all animals, but cats just make me smile from the inside out from the word go. And, that's all there is to it. And anybody who doesn't like cats, I give you a challenge to go meet some sweet cats, not cats that just hide. And sometimes they do hide from strangers, but not from their owners. And once you get to spend some time with them and see how much fun they can be and their personalities, you realize that they get a bad rap, but they're amazing pets, and that's why there are so many crazy cat ladies out there. Seriously. So I think I'm going to get him pretty darn close to his actual. I showed the pictures to my family after I finished making this video, and they were pretty spot on, they said. So there you go. What do you think? Did I get pretty close? Well, again, let me know in the comments. All right, so the next cat we're going to work on is Stormageddon, Dark Lord of All, otherwise known as Stormy. And he is kind of an interesting story. So he's one that we didn't get from a rescue organization. What happened was my son's friend's family moved out to this farmhouse, and this was about 5 years ago or so. And they moved out to this farmhouse, and there were, a few months after they moved out there were a couple of kittens that showed up on their doorstep, literally on their doorstep. And they couldn't find a mama cat or anything, and these cats just kept coming back to their porch. So my son came home one day, and he's like, Mom, Dad, now there's these cats, and we think they're strays, and they need a home, and they're babies, and can we? And I was like, no, because at this point we had no cats. We just had the 2 dogs. And I was like, no, I don't think so. But let's talk to your dad. And as we kept talking about it, we were like, okay, here's the deal. You can get the cat, but you have to take care of the cat. Like, you're in charge of vet visits. You're in charge of buying all the supplies. If you really want this cat, put your money where your mouth is. And I'm not taking care of it. Because I'm like, I don't need anything else on my plate. Nothing else. So I'm like, you just do this and you can have the cat. And he's like, oh, okay. Of course, famous last words, right? So we go out to the farm and only one cat is still around. The other kitten has disappeared. We don't know where it went. We're still not even really sure if this cat is out there because they hadn't seen him since the night before. So we get out there and we're looking around trying to see if any of the cats are out there. We knew the other cat had disappeared. We hadn't seen it. And there's this cornfield out behind the farmhouse. And we had brought some wet food with us. And my son opens the can, puts it in a bowl, or puts the bowl of the cat food down and starts looking for this cat. And he goes to where the cats have been hanging out and hiding on the porch, things like that. And all of a sudden, out of the cornfield, you see this little teeny tiny kitten. I mean, seriously, he must have been 6 weeks old at the time. This little teeny tiny kitten just come running out of the cornfield. It's a sight I'll never forget. And he came right up to us, and we took him to the food, and that was all she wrote. He's been ours ever since. I remember getting him in the car to drive him home, and he was just meowing at the top of his lungs. He hated the car. He still hates the car. And I can't even take him to the vet half a mile away without him screaming and screaming and screaming in the car. But he is just delightful. He's super duper skinny. He eats a lot, but he doesn't seem to gain any weight. And he's energetic, but he sleeps a lot. But he's also really, really stinking smart. And it's funny because he will wait until we go to bed, and then he walks around the house talking at the top of his lungs. Throughout the whole day, he barely says anything. As soon as we go to bed, lights are off in the house. He walks around talking, singing. We don't know what he's saying, but it is so funny. It's like I tend to say he's singing us to sleep because he just prowls the house. Either that or he's trying to make sure that there's no burglars or nothing wrong in the house. But he has his mission and he doesn't let it go. And he likes to hide, and he is very good at like coming into my studio, and when it's time to leave, I don't let them stay in here. So he will hide and not let me get him. And it's not that he's hiding because he wants to hide, it's hiding because he knows I'm going to get him out of there. So I kind of give up to him. I'll lock him in sometimes and then come back later and he'll be ready to get out. But he keeps me on my toes, this one for sure. And so he was also really tough. I think of all the cats, he might have been the toughest one to make because his markings were so weird. He has a lot of white mixed with gray and black and tan. And so it was hard to get that combination to show up and get it close to being what he really looks like. And I wanted to be as true as I could so that, I kind of look at these guys as a legacy in my game because someday I know they won't be with me, but I'm pretty sure the Sims will. So having them around later, like especially my elderly dogs, will be just a real treat to be able to play. And I'm so grateful for the Sims team for letting us have this opportunity. So let's take a look at Stormy now and Stormy in game. How close did I get? I think I did pretty darn well. I really do. And then last but not least is my princess. This is my only girl animal and the absolute love of my life. I mean, guys, seriously, if I hate to say this because it's like a choice I hope I never have to make, but if I had to choose one animal to keep with me out of all 5 of them, it would be this girl. Her name is Chloe. She is a rescue. She's a Maine Coon mix, and we rescued her from a Maine Coon rescue organization. We had to drive a few hours away to get her. I got to meet with her foster mother, got to learn about her history, which was really nice because the foster mother fostered her, her siblings, and their mother. And she got to stay with her mother for 12 weeks, which in cat terms, that's like growing up with your parents. The longer the cat can stay with their mother and siblings, especially, the better off they'll be as far as behavior goes because they're taught how to behave socially. And the mother literally reprimands them and teaches them how to be good stewards of catness, I guess. So it's really, that's a really important distinction when you're looking to adopt a cat, is to know if they were with their mother, if you can find that out, because some behavior problems that you see from cats and the things that oftentimes will show up on shows like My Cat from Hell have to do with the fact that the cats have been removed from their families too early, their mothers were killed after they were born, or whatever, and they aren't taught the proper socialization. So Chloe, of all my cats, I think is the only one that actually got to spend that time with her mother, and it shows. Like, she is so well behaved. She doesn't know a stranger. She comes up to everybody. She is friendly. She's outgoing. She wants to help. Like, if I'm building IKEA furniture, that girl is right there helping. Like, anything we do, she wants to be a part of it. She wants to help out. She doesn't like to be left out because she feels like her knowledge is knowledge she needs to impart to us. She loves to give hugs and kisses. When people leave the house, she jumps up on a chest in our entryway to kiss them goodbye. And that's her little ritual. She's got this little white tip on her tail, and she doesn't carry her tail down. Her tail is always up over her head, kind of looks like a bumper car antenna. It's very, very cute, and she's very, very sweet. Absolute love of my life. She was also hard to get right because she's a short hair Maine Coon, so yeah, but let's see how close I got. I think I did pretty well on her. So again, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you watched. And of course, if you'd like to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and let YouTube know that you would like to get notifications when I post something new on the channel. See you guys again real soon. Hope you have a great one.